It truly is astonishing to me just the topics people can find to complain about on Twitter. Which you could argue, well Zephyr, it is Twitter after all. It really isn't that surprising that somebody on there has something to complain about, even if it has absolutely nothing to do with them and has no harm to them. And the latest controversial topic right now is about a little game called Genshin Impact, which I am shamefully to admit that I am a player of Genshin Impact. And in my defense here, Genshin Impact really is a beautiful game. And if you just look past the gacha aspect of, the Chinese taking my money, and the absolutely horrible fanbase that is the Genshin Impact community, you got yourself actually one hell of a game, at least when there's content. But back to the main topic here, the actual controversial topic is in spite of the new Genshin Impact leaks for the new update. And it was a specific tweet that really got me going and wanted to make a video about this topic, because I had been seeing this before with other games and other Genshin Impact controversies down the road, but I simply did not care enough to actually talk about it. But now that it's already become such a factor in the community and just like of what people say once they first see a new character, let me just read out this tweet so you know what I mean. I'm kinda glad I stopped playing Genshin. All these leaked characters and no actual body diversity, and the fact that none of them are so far are dark skinned. I thought the region was more desert based. But to give some context for those non-Genshin players out there, this new region is Middle Eastern based. So when the leaks finally came out for this region and the characters got shown off, a lot of people were actually upset about the more lighter skin tone than they expected from these characters. Which I would truly never understand why people have such like a hard on for these kinds of things. Like, why does it matter what color a character is when it comes to these kinds of things? Like, if a different skin color makes it to where a character that you liked before is absolutely ruined, then I'm not trying to say you're starting something here, but it don't really seem right. And also just with this tweet, which I am sure of you, there are loads of tweets like these, just put in different fancy words of saying, oh, this character isn't the right skin color in my Chinese gacha game. Like, I truly do wonder that the people, fighting for this, that, I want her to be darker, know what most Middle Eastern people even look like. Get this, there are light complected people born in these kinds of areas. I know, an absolutely impossible topic for the people on Twitter to understand. That if you are born in the Middle East, you are 100% going to be some dark complected person. There is no way you're going to be light skinned or, light complected. Apparently to these Twitter users, everybody from the Middle Eastern are just black. And some of them out there are taking it as far to call it whitewashing, which is absolutely hilarious, because if you're gonna call this whitewashing, then you seriously have no idea what the hell people look like in the Middle East. Like, these are seriously the same damn people who go up on YouTube and search up Middle Eastern people, and they just see the first video that's recommended to them, and only set that as their minds of what people should look like when it comes to other places. Honestly, using their own logic against them here, the shit they're saying is actually racist. But I'm sure Twitter isn't ready for that conversation. That, oh no, I can't be racist. It's just that the color of this in-game character that has absolutely no effect towards me just isn't the right color. And they also bring up body diversity here, which is something I don't want to go over in this video since I'm keeping it more to the actual skin color topic. But I will say there is a very basic template here when it comes to the heights and characteristics of these characters. Would I go on to say that this is actual, body discrimination or something like that? No. It's a video game. Like, if something is discriminating you in a video game of all things, then I would worry about your own self than the game. But let's get a second opinion here. The people going nerd emoji, at least I don't mod over skin color nerd emoji. To brown and black people upset over the Genshin leaks, fuck you. It's easy for you to say, especially since most of you saying that are already taken care of in the representation department, so I don't want to hear it. I really can't fathom being upset that someone just wants to see themselves at a game that they like to play. Like, what is your issue with that exactly besides the fact that you want to dick ride $1 billion company and think they're immune to criticism? Look, I'm not against people wanting, darker characters in Genshin Impact or any kind of game. I understand that. But the fact that you're going to Genshin Impact, funny Chinese mobile gacha game, to be representation of your skin color is one of the most goofiest things I've ever fucking seen on this damn website. You want a Chinese-led gacha game to represent your skin color? You're upset that a video game company in China is not having enough dark people in their games? Like, are you actually fucking serious right now? These people do understand that the country MiHoYo's in puts minorities in concentration camps. Like, you really expect MiHoYo to have any different views views than their government leaders? No, I'm not saying they 100% support what they do there, but do you really expect them to be the ones who, you know, step out the boundaries in China of all fucking places? Like us Americans, or there's other people in the world who aren't in these very, very, you know, iron fist countries, have it real nice to be able to complain about stuff like this. You know, a color of a video game character in a Chinese gacha game, that it's this much of an issue to them, or it bothers them this much that they feel the need to complain about it, or just absolutely boycott something or a person or a game just because you don't get a specific skin tone. Like, really, these people need to actually grow the hell up. There's no way people are this sensitive nowadays where, you know, again, a damn color in a Chinese gacha game of a character isn't dark enough for you, so you're throwing a fit. There really is no way that people like this actually exist in the world. Like, there is no way. Like, I truly do not believe that there are people this sensitive out there. Oh, and you may think, oh, maybe it's just Genshin Impact. I'm sure all of other MiHoYo's games are perfectly fine. No, it's the whole ecosystem, you know? It's the whole HoYoverse player base that are like this. Or at least make up the good majority. Another one of their games that are coming out called Zenless Zone Zero also had another case of this, where a cat girl was a bit too light compared to the in-game footage, because we all know that in-game footage and artwork is going to have the same lighting for a character. But I always find it funny when these same people go up and bring up their Photoshop and they start changing this actual skin color of the characters to make them represent them more. But I'm sure if the roles were reversed here and that somebody made a darker character lighter, Twitter would absolutely go insane and saying how it's racist and you're whitewashing people. I'm sorry, not people, fictional characters. You would 100% get canceled for this. So it really is just funny how Twitter has these very, very set, you know, standards when it comes to a dark person doing something compared to a white person doing it. And I absolutely hate having to bring up that example, but it really is true. Nobody gives a fuck if somebody makes a light character dark, but if somebody makes a dark character light, that's when it's wrong. It really is crazy just how much double standards there are on Twitter. And it's even crazier how much people care about a specific character's skin color in a game. So let's close out this video with someone with an actual brain here, with some actual common sense. As someone of that skin tone and from one of the regions Sumeru takes inspiration from, I would kindly like to inform anyone being a loudmouth that please stop trying to project your political agenda on us while claiming to speak for my people. Skin color is not a political issue here, unlike where you might be from, so I would like if you would kept that away. I swear, the thought of Sumeru characters' skin colors didn't even cross my mind until all of you started making such a fuss about it. I do not care what skin color some fictional character has. All you are achieving is making my people look childish by claiming to speak for us for such a trivial issue of game characters' skin color. It really is nice to see at least somebody has some kind of intelligence on this world. Albeit this post was from Reddit, so it was not from Twitter. I guess you could say that Reddit is a better place than Twitter, which if you compare the two, really isn't that big of a claim. I mean, have you seen Reddit? That shit is like a godsend compared to the absolute hellhole that is Twitter.